Warm welcome and thank you for joining us on today's episode of the broadcast. It is my pleasure to have you once again. Well, I've come to actually give briefings concerning everything going on around the country at this moment, on today being the 5th day of April 2024. By the way, happy weekend. We have stories about the Kano state government who has actually slammed an 8th criminal charge on APC chairman Ganduje for over $413,000 Babangida cash bribe and also 5.6 billion state treasury loot. We also have stories about the Abuja Electricity Distribution PLC. After the NERC had increased the electricity tariff rate, they actually came out to apologize for wrongly charging customers who were part of the Band A, who has now been downgraded to Band B, stating that it was a system glitch. And then we also have His Excellency P2B in his usual fashion going around to actually do good. This time around, the beneficiaries of his good was the School of Nursing in Onitsha. Well, here are the stories in details. Governor Abba Yusuf administration has filed at least 8 criminal charges against his predecessor in the person of Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, chair of the All Progressive Congress, for allegedly stealing 5.6 billion from Kano State's coffers and taking bribe from public work contractors that totaled almost $500,000, according to documents that were obtained by reporters. We recall that he was stripped of immunity following the expiration of his governorship tenure in May of 2023. Mr. Ganduje is actually left to face the answer to the corruption charges preferred against him, which has already had 15 witnesses that are willing to testify against him at the Kano High Court. In 2018, we had a video surface which showed Mr. Ganduje flashing a broad smile as he stashed wads of American dollars in his Babangida, a long flowing traditional embroidered robe commonly worn by men in the northern region of Nigeria. This outfit, we know, has deep and very large pockets. He was actually stripped of his immunity, and the video posted by the Daily Nigerian in 2018 but with a 2016 timestamp went viral and sparked an uproar across the nation as he cemented claims that state governors often took large commissions from the contracts awarded to companies vying for government projects. Mr. Ganduje denied being in the video, and he actually said that this video was cloned per the constitutional immunity he enjoyed as sitting governor until his tenure was up last May. He could neither be investigated nor prosecuted. The federal government that handles the prosecution of such corruption cases has been very reluctant to bring charges because it has been under the control of Mr. Ganduje's party. However, his successor in the person of His Excellency Abba Yusuf, a candidate of the rival New Nigeria's People Party (NNPP), seems very determined to bring Mr. Ganduje to book, as the Kano state government is now exploring legal channels to prosecute the former governor and all persons listed in his conspirators, including his wife Hafsat and their son Umar Abdullahi. 3 companies that were allegedly beneficiaries from the stolen funds and linked to his family members were also listed as 6 to 8 defendants in the suit dated April 3rd, 2024. The Kano government, represented by a team of 4 lawyers led by Y.A. Adamu, was listed as the only complainant in the suit. According to the Kano state government, Mr. Ganduje received the sum of $200,000 in January of 2016 and another $213 in February 2017 in kickbacks from contractors selected for what they named the remodeling of Canteen Quarry textile markets. Between September 2020 and March 2021, Mr. Ganduje also has allegedly diverted 1.4 billion naira that was meant to purchase face masks and other hospital equipment for the health sector. He diverted it to his personal use in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, Mr. Yusuf's government alleged. Sometime around March of 2021, Mr. Ganduje was accused of forcefully acquiring 501 high-density plots from peasant farmers, which he sold for 700 million and deposited the proceeds into the account of the BDC operator Vision Think Limited. Well, the stories and the details actually keep going on and on, but it's going to be a very serious week, a very dramatic week coming forth, because we're going to be actually covering the stories as reports are made available to us. He's now left to actually face the tune of the music which he started, because we actually saw. Let's even take a soundbite, or rather a video from the viral video that actually prompted all this investigation, where he was seen stacking watts of dollars into his pocket. Let's actually see that. Very interesting, and also very shameful, because he actually denied this. He said that the video that we all just watched right now is cloned. Well, you have your thoughts and your opinion. You can actually go to the comment section and drop your opinion to let us know if there's actually a possibility that this video where we saw him actually stacking wads of American dollars in his pockets is actually cloned, because that's what he said, and that is what he claimed is the reason why we're seeing a video like that. Well, this is not the only charge that was instituted against him. He was also the charge was also that he deliberately sold the Kano State's cotton greenery valued at 750 million naira at a discounted rate of 320 million through a proxy managed by his immediate family, thereby shortchanging the state's government and the people. Further complicating this greenery sale was that the proceeds were not remitted to the state's accounts, as stated in the documents detailing Mr. Ganduje's charges. Witnesses, including bank employees privy to the fraudulent transactions, of forensic experts who analyzed the bribery footage, and contractors who said they gave Mr. Ganduje percentages of Kanu contract awards, have affirmed their willingness to submit oral and written testimonies against the governor in court. This case marks the beginning of turbulent waters for Mr. Ganduje, who seems to be settling into his role as the APC chairperson after being passed for a ministerial appointment due to his bribery-tainted persona. Well, very sad to see, and the coming weeks are actually going to be very, very interesting for this man, for the APC in general, because we understand this is not the first time we've been calling for, you know, a probe into this video, because this video actually went very viral as when it came out, and people were saying, you know what, we have to actually have this man into custody, if not for anything, for questioning. But then he was actually still a sitting governor, and he was covered by the immunity of heads of states and immunity of governors, and so he was unable to be prosecuted or even investigated. And after his tenure ended since last year, the ruling party APC had actually been reluctant to pursue legal actions against him, because I mean, he is sitting at the helm of affairs of their party, and so we understand why it is very necessary for them to actually hide these tracks. But well, Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State is actually not sparing any stone. He's actually very insistent on the fact that Mr. Ganduje has a lot of questions to answer for the fact that he's been alleged to have looted the Kano State governor or government rather of over 5.6 billion, which is a very treacherous thing to do, seeing that you are taking taxpayers' money and doing as you will or as you please with it. Well, the second story we have currently today is the fact that the AEDC, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, has actually been overcharging people who were demoted from the Band A division of the power separation, or rather power distribution. They were charging them still over 225 naira per unit, even though they had been demoted from the Band A to the Band B. Well, they said it was technical glitch, and that the reason why this happened is because there was a glitch into their system. This letter that is on the screen is actually coming from their DirectX handle, where they were trying to apologize for the fact that they've been wrongly charging customers in the band A who have been downgraded to band B. Well, let's take this letter. The letter says Abuja Electricity Distribution Company PLC has apologized for wrongly charging customers in the band A and the band B, in the band A who have now been downgraded to B, stating that it was due to a system glitch. A quote from this letter says, "This is to inform customers across the Abuja Electricity Distribution PLC franchise that we are aware that the wrong charges faced by some band A customers who tried to recharge their meters following the new tariff regime. They said this was due to a system glitch caused by the reclassification of some band B and band A people who have now downgraded to B, and due to the number of hours of electricity supply enjoyed over the past couple of weeks. These erstwhile band A customers who vended were charged the new tariff of 225 naira per kilowatt. Our team is working to identify the customers affected, and excess charges will be refunded. The situation also saw some band B and A customers who are now charged 225 naira vend at the old rates. Once the glitch is resolved, the category of customers will now recharge their meters the new rates of 225 naira, which will ensure that they enjoy a minimum of 20 hours supply daily." And they said that they apologize for any inconvenience caused to our customers during this change. We remain committed to improving power supply to all categories of customers. Well, that's actually the usual statement that comes out after their negligence actually has been shown, because you demoted them. Recall that the NERC some days ago had actually increased the electricity tariff rate from 66 naira per kilowatt to a whooping 225 naira, over 200% increase in the electricity tariff rate. They stated their various reasons, and they said that this new charge or this new price will only affect the band A consumers of electricity. These are the people who are supposedly or allegedly these are people who get at least 20 hours of power supply and all of that. Well, we actually have reports because some users took to X to actually display their displeasure in the fact that these people, even after they are paying the current rate of 225 naira per kilowatt, they are still not getting even up to 15 hours of power supply. This is from Ayo FBI with the username Pure Mind. He says, "Dear EKEDP, I am a band A customer as duly confirmed by your office." He also said that we should see screenshots below. He said, "Since your company did not waste time to implement the 225 naira per kilowatt per hour, I have taken it upon myself to monitor your supply uptime and downtime hours from 12 a.m. 4th of April to April 11th. 4th of April to 11:59, 4th of April 2024. In that 24 hours, you supplied my band A area with 12 hours for 4 minutes of electricity, while the downtime hours amounted to 11 hours 55 minutes. It is pertinent to note that you have charged me and others in our area who bought units after the implementation of the new rates based on the fact that we are on band B and are expected to have nothing less than 20 hours of electricity supply in 24 hours. We have been charged upfront for a supposed premium service, while your company has failed to honor your own part of the bargain. The question I have, which I'm sure that many Nigerians you serve also have, is who pays for the hours of downtime? I am and other Nigerians in these shoes supposed to pay 225 naira while we're getting the service expected of a band B and C customers, which is up to 12 hours uptime. Your swift response will be highly appreciated before this issue is escalated to the appropriate quarters. Well, it's just very interesting to see, because when he speaks of appropriate quarters, I have questions, because which quarter in Nigeria is actually the appropriate quarters? Is it the police that you're going to report to? The police that barely has up to 10 hours of power supply? And these were the questions we raised when the electricity tariff was actually raised. Because if you're saying it's affecting only the band A, and the band A at least will get 20 hours of power supply, you said you increased it to properly serve them so that it will be effective for them to get light and they will not bother about the cost of using petrol to power their generators. You actually actually made a lot of points. We saw the Arise interview from the deputy director of the NERC, who stated different reasons. But now we have people who have currently bought units with the current rates. They're paying 225 naira per kilowatt from 65 naira, which is over 200% increase, and still yet you're not giving them your own, you're not keeping to your part of the bargain, which is just very sad to see. And we need our government to actually do better in actually, you know, making sure that people get their money's worth, because it is not just enough to actually have them pay the new tariff rates and then you're now actually shortchanging them and they are on the receiving end of this receiving end of this electricity, and they're not getting their money's worth. So it's just very sad to see, and we implore not just the National Electricity Regulatory Commission but all distribution companies that work under them to actually ensure that the people who are paying these new rates get their money's worth, because it's not funny to actually increase money without any prior information. You don't tell us any cognitive reason or any useful reason. You increase it, and after we pay the new tariff, we're getting, you know, services that are less than up to standard, and it's just, you know, very sad to see. So while we're actually proceeding, His Excellency P.O had actually gone to the School of Nursing in Onitsha to actually stay with them and actually converse with them, because the World Health Day is actually coming up on Sunday, 7th of April, and in a bid to actually take care of one of his most important sectors, which he has been preaching, which is health, he visited the College of Nursing and Sciences at St. Charles Borromeo Specialist Hospital, Onitsha, and donated the sum of 10 million to support the activities in the college. Well, let's just take a read from his tweet on X and then come back and have conversations about it. He said, as part of my activities to mark the World Health Day, which comes up on Sunday, 7th of April, and in keeping my commitments to supporting the critical areas of human development, I visited the College of Nursing Sciences, St. Charles Borromeo Specialist Hospital, Onitsha, and I donated the sum of 10 million to support the activities of the college. The College of Nursing Sciences, St. Charles Borromeo Specialist Hospital is a college I was actively involved in its establishment from inception. He said, I have always rendered my support to the college from my years as the governor of Anambra State, and I'm delighted to see how it has grown over the years to become one of the best colleges of nursing in the nation. I have always made a case for the training of more healthcare professionals, both for our Nigerian health sector and for global exports, especially now that there is an impending global shortage of nurses. I am glad that the College of Nursing has continued to contribute immensely to this vision. I'm therefore very hopeful that my visit today, with my very little financial support, will go a long way in aiding the growth of this college, especially their contributions to our health sector. I thank the proprietor of the college in the person of His Grace, Most Reverend Valerian Okeke, and the entire management and staff of the college for their visible achievements so far and their vision for further growth of the institution. I encourage the nursing students to hold on to the tenets of this very noble profession by taking their academic and moral education seriously. Each investment we make in these very critical areas of human development brings us closer to the new Nigeria, which is very possible. Well, it is just very important to note in this tweet that he said they should take their moral education very seriously, because it goes beyond just being a professional at what you do. You actually have a moral duty to humanity to uphold the tenets of this very noble profession. Don't be one of these people who have negligence towards life. Life is very important, and he actually, you know, in his goodwill, donated a sum of 10 million naira to actually help with the fostering of the growth in the nursing school. So kudos to His Excellency P.O, and like we always say, he always talks about from consumption to production, and he's also in the forefront of education and health sector and human development. And this is part of human development, because he said he was part of the people who were instrumental to the inception or to the beginning of this College of Nursing. So very much shout out or a lot of kudos to His Excellency P.O, because he goes around doing good. He's not like, he doesn't play the politics the way other politicians does that. He actually has the interest of the people at heart, and he has demonstrated it countless times, even in recent times, where he has gone from different parts of the country, familiarizing himself with the experiences of the people and actually fostering unity and national peace. So kudos to His Excellency P.O. And before I actually leave the studio, it is necessary that I mention in fostering a way to redefine our options against 2027 that the Obidient Family Cooperative is gaining a lot of momentum in different local governments across the country. We have people who are actually willing and zealous in actually registering this cooperative society in their various local governments. And if you want to be part of them, the description, or rather the link to join the WhatsApp platform, is going to be on the description of this video. So follow the link, join the WhatsApp platform, and actually be instrumental to this change and this new Nigeria that we keep preaching is very possible. Till we come your way next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this platform, because that is what you can do for us as a well-meaning Nigerian. You can actually help us amplify our voice and make sure that people actually see this good news of a new Nigeria being very possible. Till I come your way next time, or till we come your way rather next time. Bye for now.
During his inaugural speech as governor of Kano State on May 29, 2023, Abba Yusuf pledges to unravel and prosecute those behind cases of political violence recorded in the state before and during the 2015, 2019, and 2023 elections. And it is believed that there is wrongful allocation of the state's property by the immediate past administration, Abba Yusuf inaugurates these two commissions of inquiries.
This commission will find out the root causes of the political and other forms of violence in the state. It will identify where violence associated with 2015, 2019, as well as 2023 general elections occurred throughout the state. It will also identify the sponsors, as we said, and perpetrators of the political and other forms of violence during and in between elections in Kano State, etc., etc.
While the Commission of Inquiry under Justice Zuwaira Yusuf will look into cases of political violence and missing persons from 2015 to 2023, Justice Farouk Lawan's commission has the mandate of inquiring into cases of misappropriation of public assets.
No one should be afraid, because we're going to do our work objectively without, as we have sworn, without fear of evil, affection, or ill will, you understand? So it doesn't matter. Whoever comes to us, if he is on the right path, there is no problem with that. And if he's on the wrong path, at the same time, we put him on the right path. That's the only thing we are there to, not to put blame on any other person, but where is the problem and how do we solve it? That's the only thing, you understand.
If you are not really actually comfortable of giving an evidence in public or in open, you can make a written, you can submit a written memorandum. We're going to encourage members of the public to come forward and present whatever they want.
The two commissions, which has 3 months to submit their reports, has members drawn from the judiciary, civil society organizations, religious bodies, the media, and the general public.